this is Carolina. Welcome to this episode of Diosa podcast. This episode that is happening in my car. So, y'all have the video, and I am literally inside my car. This is wild. This is wild, and this is me in a nutshell. This is a place I feel secure. And I remember when I moved to America, meaning a year and a half ago, more than a year and a half ago, I came here and I started living with my auntie. And because there's people inside the house, I started recording the episodes of the podcast inside my cousin's car because at that time I didn't have a car here because I didn't know that I would stay here. So I started with my cousin's car. And now, after a lot of things, a lot of rock and roll, as one of my friends would say, I am here living with my auntie again and recording from my car. Now, my car, and I just love it. And I think it's so unique and raw and authentic that I'm literally here. And I want to start with I am, or I can be, let's change the speech. I can be so extreme, you have no idea. Like, sometimes I do not have halfway. Like, I do not. Whether I am 100% devoted, 100% devoted, or I do not give a fuck at all. So those are my two for a lot of things. That's one of my biggest red flags. And I was teaching a Pilates class this 2 days ago. And for that, I do have halfway, but for life, sometimes I do not. So, yesterday, I shared on my Instagram that I am a fucking psycho. I said that to my cousin, the cousin of the car. Thank you for you. I said I'm a fucking psycho because whether I am sleeping at 12 a.m., 1 a.m., or I am waking up at 4 a.m. for a Pilates class. I'm the extreme of the extreme sometimes. Sometimes. And I'm finding my half point, my center. Yeah, that word felt good because even though I do have a tattoo that says balance, I truly believe that we're always in balance. Even when we are out of balance, we are in balance because that out of balance, air quotes, is giving us the feedback for us to be the next version of ourselves. So I am here in my car. I am about to go to a bar class. For those of you that have been listening to me for a while, the very first certification that I got was as a bar instructor. And because I danced ballet since I was 9 till 26, so that was a smooth, organic transition. So I did it and I arrived to one of the best wellness centers in Mexico City. And I arrived during pandemic and I said, "Oh, hello, this is Carolina and I want to teach a bar class because I know that y'all don't have a bar class, so I want to do the class." And they were like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, like what?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am certified. I've been a ballerina for years and I want to do it for free 3 times a week. And then for a few months, and if it's okay, like then you can pay me." And it all started like that. And I gave classes for more than 2 years. And the only reason I stopped is because I came here. And well, that's one thing. I'm gonna go to this class, and I wanted to record this episode because there are so many things that I want to share with you. So many things that I want to share. First of all, I am single right now, meaning the previous relationship that I had is transforming. So I am single and I recorded an episode that I posted. This is an episode called "The Breakup is Sacred." I recorded that episode, I uploaded the episode, and then I felt I am deleting that episode because I took or I received this awareness of this is a great moment for me to honor myself in a different way. And I'm saying this because I can see how it can be hard for me to keep things to myself, to keep my life private, intimate. I am sometimes, or what I require is to share, to listen to what I'm feeling out loud. And that sometimes is not aware and not healthy, in lack of a better word. So even though the episode is absolutely respectful and beautiful, and the essence of the episode was the relationship mirrored me, who I was at that moment. Even though it is respectful, honest, authentic, I decided I'm keeping this to myself. And I know a few of you listened to the episode, and I'm grateful because I know it created a lot for y'all. Let's say that it was a live that just happened, and I decided to keep private, intimate, because I remember one of my therapists share this public circle, intimate, and the little one private. So I did that. I also wanted to share for the ones that didn't listen to the episode that yes, I am single and I've been single for more than a month and I'm enjoying this new transition because life is about chapters for me. And those words came to me because of the daughter of my now, at this moment, ex-boyfriend. Because I remember that one day she asked me something and I wanted to share with words that she could understand that life is chapters. Like our entire life is a book, and every chapter has different adventures, different characters. So now I'm living this new chapter with myself. And what I want to share right now, what's coming through, is when I got divorced. This is when I was 30, 2 years ago. One of the hardest things was letting myself go, letting the idea that I had of myself go, like letting me die, letting the old version of myself die, because I was in a transition, and at that point I felt that I was losing my identity, because my identity was connected to this other person that was no longer in the movie. So that was the hardest thing, not to do, I would say, but to acknowledge. I need that version of myself to go. Like, I need to release me more than releasing the other person. I remember that I started to do things that I never did before. Well, I went to extreme. That's the reason I started this episode talking about how extreme I can be. At that point, obviously, I wasn't this awareness. Like, I wasn't. And I am not ashamed at all, because thanks to that version of myself, I am who I am today. So I remember that I pierced my nipples, because that was something that I wanted to do before. Actually, when I was married, because I saw a girl, this is an influencer that it's about fashion. I like her so much, and I saw that she had one of her nipples pierced. So I was like, oh my God, this looks so good. And I wanted to do it, and I didn't do it while I was married. Then I was divorced, and I was like, okay, I'm doing this. I did that. I started to walk a lot. I travel a lot by myself, a lot of trips. I created on purpose a new identity, and that was so nourishing, that I became a new me. And that is one of the things that I love the most, if not the thing that I love the most about Joe Dispenza's work. I've been meditating with him for a year and a half. Can you believe it? Like, a year and a half. November will be 2 years meditating with Joe Dispenza, all because I read this Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself book that I will link in the show notes, because that book, my choice of reading that book, changed my entire life for fucking ever. Joe Dispenza, at the beginning, like, don't quote me on this is what I got. So, I mean, the idea is there. So Joe Dispenza had a an accident, and he got injured. So he started to investigate about people that reverse, heal, whatever word you want to use, from chronic and very, what would be the word, like, people that heal themselves from cancer, from diabetes, from very, very hard or big conditions. So he started to investigate, like, if this people is healing, reversing these conditions, I can heal myself as well. these people, and I'm talking about these people that received the ultimatum of you're gonna leave 3 more months and that's it, like 6 more months, that's it. That people, because they received, okay, I only have 3 more months of life. Can you imagine receiving that? And I'm gonna share a little bit of my story in a minute. Those people received the ultimatum, you're gonna be walking on planet Earth just for 3 more months. You're gonna see the people you love just for 3 more months. And that people enjoy life like never before. They did all the things that they didn't do in the past. They became a new person, a completely new person. And what Joe Dispenza discovered is they became a new person, and the other person didn't have the illness, didn't have the chronic disease, didn't have the condition. That's how they healed, because they became a new person with new codes, with a new DNA. I mean, I know, with their DNA behaving in a new way, like completely different. I became a new me when I got the awareness of this is the moment to create a new self. And now that I'm experiencing, I remember that I was driving one day, still in my previous relationship. And I remember that I shared with y'all through Instagram, I will leave my divorce over and over again just to arrive to this moment. And of course, I was not saying like, oh, I want to get divorced like more times. That was not the idea. I didn't get married to get divorced, you know? But I did say that. Like, I would leave the divorce, all that movement. I was about to say struggle, but I didn't like the word struggle. All that movement to arrive where I'm at. I said that. And then I think a month after I said that and I shared it, my previous relationship ended. And now that I have this awareness of, okay, it's time to create a new me, it's going wonderful. Now there are different things. And I remember how bad I was at rollerblading. When I was a teenager, I tried to learn. And at this point, my sister is younger than me, 4.5 years younger than me, and her birthday is about to come. And I'm not gonna see her physically, but I will see my mom and my dad because it's also my dad's birthday. And they are both Cancer, like hello. And my mom is Pisces, so a lot of water. I'm Scorpio, a lot of fucking water in this household. Okay, going back. My sister was a badass at sports, like badass. You name it. She even drives, well, knows how to drive a motorcycle. Badass at everything. So she was really, really, really good at rollerblading. And my cousin as well, the car cousin, the Cadillac cousin. So we're gonna call. Well, no, her name is Bao. So I've been saying so a lot and being aware of that. My cousin and my sister were absolutely amazing at rollerblading. And when I tried to rollerblade, I wanted to stop because a car was coming. I was rollerblading down the street. I mean, at the street. My mom screamed like, "Oh, there's a car, be aware." Or be careful, be aware is kind of like my thing now. Because I don't want to say careful, because that means for me that something can what would be the word in English? That something can attack me, or like hurt me, and I just want to be aware. In this consciousness of I am everything and nothing can hurt me, I can choose to be aware and to take everything with ease as feedback to grow. That's it. That's how woo woo I can be. My mom screamed, "Be careful, there's a car." I wanted to stop. Obviously, I didn't know how to stop. I didn't even know how to rollerblade. And I ended up breaking my my mom's car mirror, the side mirror, because I grabbed the mirror to stop, and then I went down, and when I was like on the ground, I had the mirror. My mom was so 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 angry that I didn't touch rollerblades again, like ever. This was maybe when I was 13, and I didn't touch rollerblades since last year that we went to a birthday party of my ex's niece. And it was at a at a skate rink. And I'm like, oh my God, like y'all didn't tell me. Like I do have a trauma with this. Y'all didn't tell me. At that point, meaning last year, I know how to ski. So I thought it is the same principle, kind of like one side, the other side, one side, the other side. And I didn't want to miss the fun. I did it. My ex-boyfriend fell immediately. So I was okay. Like after his first fall, I was like, okay, if I fall, like I'm gonna be okay. I did it slow, very, very cautious. And yeah, I did it. I do believe it is easy to skate at a skate rink because it doesn't have bumps. Whenever we got back home, I bought a pair of rollerblades and roller skates too. And it became my healing journey. I am going to create a new story with this. I was not bad, super bad. I remember that the neighbors saw me fall and like doing very, very, very bad. And I thought, well, this is wonderful because at some point they're going to see me succeeding. They're going to see me as a badass. And this is my way also at that point to not only walk my talk, to heal my inner child, also to show these two little kids that at that point were in my life, to show these little kids that I'm showing up in the same way I ask them to show up. So I'm doing it. All the speeches of be brave, you're gonna learn as you do it. Like everything became alive because I was doing it. And now that I'm single, I am great at rollerblading. Like I am great. I can go fast. I know how to stop. I know how to turn. And I'm only becoming better and better and better. And I owe that to myself, to not stopping, to being aware of, this is my moment to create a new me. So I've been walking, I've been running, I've been rollerblading. Those are different things that I didn't do. I've been exploring new classes, new neighborhoods, going outside and working at beautiful cafes, more friends, events. I've been creating a new me on purpose. I got into a frequency group thanks to one of my friends that I absolutely love, and I'm grateful for him. Shout out to him. I've been talking a lot about him without his name. Maybe at some point I will share it. Maybe at some point we can record an episode together. Who knows? And yeah, a frequency group. I went back to A Course in Miracles, a book that changed me forever. And this is a book that one of the friends that heal from cancer stage 4 in the colon, that girl recommended me that book. And after seeing her heal herself with her mind, I was like, I am reading this book. Like, yeah, of course. Like, you tell me what. Like, you tell me what, and I'll do it. So I went back to the book. I have the book, I have the audio book. Like, I'm vibrating in that frequency. And I can honestly say in a few days. And this is after I recorded the episode of The Breakup is Sacred. After that, I became a new me. Like, in a short period of time, I am so, so, so different. And I'm grateful. The story that I wanted to share about me that I said in a minute is my dad, when I was a little girl, meaning 5 years old, my dad went to jail. And this is a story that we all share with respect and embracing it because it is part of our story as a family. My dad received a prison. Is that a sentence? No? How do you say it? Well, the thing is, when my dad went to jail, the papers said you're going to be in jail for 94 years. And my dad, I guess it was like 27, 28. Like, if you do the math, that's a life sentence, right? And that man became a lawyer inside prison with my mom supporting him, with my sister and I there. Became a lawyer. My mom came with these napkins written. I did the documents on my computer. My mom went to court to submit the papers. And my dad got himself out of jail 18 years after. And the gift for me is that man, like, forget about the father daughter relationship. Like, for me as a person, as a being, knowing him and watching him in these different stages of life, and knowing that he was, let's say, 30, and look at a paper that said 94 years and not believing it. I mean, not losing it, not losing himself. This is a guy that works out, no drugs, no drinking, reads a lot, and looks very, very, very young. And I'm like, how didn't you like lose it? Like, how you had the I don't even know what's the word. How, you know? you got yourself out of jail, out of this situation. And sometimes when my life gets tough, I'm like, oh my God, like, dad, like, my car is making this sound, and oh my God, like, I just fixed this and now it's making this sound, and yada yada, and la la la. My dad is always like, go back to yourself, go back to yourself. This is a car, this is a thing. Things sometimes break, things get used. Like, this is the thing. You can always go back to yourself. It is just a car. It is just a car. Or I remember that the other day I said, I was complaining. So I said, like, oh my God, like, I'm tired of this struggle. Like I do not want to be in this situation forever. And I remember that I used I am so afraid of, or I don't remember how I said it, but I said something about, like, I do not want to be poor, you know? And this is one of my complaints, because a part of me at that point thought, oh, I was rich and then I'm living this and I feel like I don't want to be poor. And my dad told me, like, Carolina, you can only be poor in your mind. That's the only place you can actually be poor, but you are not. Like, take that idea out of your mind. Just release it. You are wealthy. Like, you're healthy. You're great. You're amazing. Like, you're doing this. Like, you got this, you know? And as a person, the other day I was watching my dad's TikTok. And he's pretty much a coach. Like, whenever I watch his TikToks, it is about empowerment, about changing your mind, and what a gift he is for me. And okay, after 32 minutes, I'm going to talk about the topic, or the idea that I had with me for the entire week, because I needed to share this. And everything I just shared is perfect. It is the perfect context to get here, to introduce this idea of being delusional is my superpower. I do not think that at some point was natural for me to live in reality. And what I mean by that, I remember when I was a little girl that I had this dream of being a singer and actress. And I grabbed my hairbrush the same way I'm holding this microphone. Oh my God, that's great. Like, the same way I'm holding a microphone, I I had my hairbrush, and the bed had a mirror on top. I don't know. Every time I share this story, I go back to, I don't know why we had a mirror, because it was like a heavy mirror, super beautiful, on top of the bed. And I danced and I sang and I was like, oh my God, I'm a superstar. I dreamed big, very fucking big. And one of my cousins, this is like my big sister, because Pao is younger than me. So the big sister, she was also a ballerina. She's been my inspiration since I was a little girl. Because of her, I started dancing, because I see her big, gigantic, amazing. And this big cousin, what was the idea? I completely lost it. The thing is, what? What? Well, it'll come back at some point. Um, being delusional. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember now. She shares with me that when I was maybe 4 or 5, I organized choreographies for my birthday, and I closed the street and I was buzzing around like, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, we're gonna do this because this is my birthday. My birthday is the most important thing on planet Earth for me. The most important thing. Like, the world stops. That is my New Year's Eve, my birthday. It means the world to me. And that's the day that I celebrate my parents as well, because they became parents for the first time in this lifetime. It is the event of the year. I do a ritual, and well, we're going to talk more about that. I do have an episode, well, a few, one in English about my previous birthday that I'm going to link in the show notes as well. The name is Evolution is a Gift. And now, evolution, everything changed after my birthday. Everything. Like, I've lived years in months. I do not think that at some point it was natural for me to live in reality, meaning to just be okay with what was in my reality. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but what I'm trying to say is I it's so natural for me to daydream. So natural to daydream, to visualize, to have a lot of things happening in my mind, to feel the things that I cannot see with my physical eyes, to feel them alive within me, to trust. It is so natural. And I was at this frequency group. I was talking. Well, no. The thing is, we were there at our fourth session, and a lady asked something between the lines of, whenever I do something, I want to see the result immediately. Like, I want to physically see the result. And thanks to that comment, that um, participation of her, I said, oh my God, like, I am completely different. I am completely delusional. Like, I do something and I do not need to see it in physical, tangible form because I believe it is real. Like, I do create, and I've created amazing things by living in what I know is possible. What I feel is true before I see it with my physical eyes. Like I live like that. I'm completely delusional. And when I'm talking about like what have I created being like this, like my entire life, talking about specifics, starting at Televisa. I wanted that school specifically. And I not only study there, but I only um, I only did 2 years instead of 3 because I had experience at that point. I became an actress. I became a dancer, a singer. What else? Like, my engagement ring was absolutely amazing and exactly the one that I had in my vision board. My wedding was another level of cool. Like, I got married in Sydney. I got married in Bacalar. Like, I got a hotel in Bacalar. Like, I I've lived amazing things by believing in what I cannot see with my physical eyes, to hold the energy of designing it. This is all Joe Dispenza. Maybe it sounds completely delusional, but now science is evolving, and now science is able to explain what we couldn't explain before. And this is what I share with my clients. It is not that gravity didn't exist when we were cavemen. Like, it it did exist. The thing is, maybe we didn't have the same tools, or as a fact, we didn't have the same tools to explain it. Manifestation, neuroscience, spirituality is not something new. Now we're able to explain it and to maybe measure it in ways that we couldn't in the past. Going back to being delusional, Joe Dispenza's work is about feeling it, creating the internal environment first, so your body believes that it is true before it actually happens. Because if you believe it is true, then you're going to attract that. And then you have the core message of The Secret, this book, movie, talking about the law of attraction, because you become an energetic match to that. Like, you are vibrating, you are already that frequency. So what are you going to receive? Exactly that. And now that my plate is magnetic, because I changed the membership, instead of Magnetica was the very first program that I released in Carolina Santor. I changed it to magnetic now that the company includes English, and now that I'm going to share more and more and more in English. We are always magnetizing things. We are a magnet 24/7. And by that, I mean, whenever you're sleeping, you're still attracting. Whenever you're unaware, you're still attracting. Whenever you're complaining, you're still attracting. You're always attracting. The thing is, what are you attracting? And I was magnetizing different things last year than this year. I get to choose what am I going to attract, meaning what I hold inside me. And when I share in this frequency group, like this, like I'm the other extreme. And again, this word, like I do not need to see it with my physical eyes. Like I know it is true. And what stops me is whenever I talk with a friend and it's like, oh no, like what you're saying that will happen doesn't exist. Like, go back to reality. This is not happening. Like, you're daydreaming again. No. Look at what you have in front of you physically. That is the one thing that stops me. And this girl, this from Israel, Karen, I absolutely love her, said something that made me cry, because the idea or the core message was, society wants to be where you're naturally at. Like, now society wants to go where you're naturally at. Forget about logic. Like, logic is the one thing that's holding us back. We all want to get rid of logic. Just do you follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow those things that you cannot see with your physical eyes. You listening to me, watching this video, you cannot see your heart. Like, you cannot see love. You cannot see your intuition with your physical eyes, but you know it is real. And I always share with my clients, I do not know your answer, because I am not supposed to have access to your intuition. Like, I am not supposed to. The only one that has the key to your intuition, to your own answer, is you. Like, I do not know. I am sharing with you the tools so you can tap into your intuition, so you can release the noise, so you can go back to who you truly are. So you can have the tools, like literally a toolbox, to walk on earth with more lightness, with more ease, to transform whatever you want to transform. But I do not have your answer. Like, you have your answer. And your answer doesn't have to make any sense. That's the one thing about your intuition. Well, two things that I can share in this episode. Your intuition is not logic, because if it is logical, it is your mind. It is not logic. How you know what you know? No idea. No logic. Completely delulu, completely delusional. It does not make sense. And the second one is, it is not emotional. It's not like charged with fear or with anger or with sadness. It's just completely neutral. Neutral, illogical. You cannot connect it to the past. You do not have idea why. Like, oh, I should go to this class. Neutral, you have no idea why you need to try a cycling class, let's say. No idea. Nothing connected to the past. Not emotionally charged. Just like, go do this, or call this person, go to this trip. Completely like out of the blue. Like, I have friends that say, I feel so cold by Turkey. Like, I think I need to go. Oh, cool. That's your intuition. Like, cool. Not emotionally charged, not like, oh my God, like, don't hire this person because what if steals from you like the other person? That's not your intuition. It is emotionally charged, it's connected to the past, and it's rational. Like, now you're thinking a story about it. Completely irrational. So, closing this, being delusional is my superpower. This is the superpower that I hold in my core, that I do believe that what I'm seeing with my physical eyes is an illusion, a complete illusion. And one of my clients, I've shared this meme with a lot, but one of them told me this is a SpongeBob, that the meme says, why, and I'm gonna put it on the show notes as well. Why, my friend, or when my friends ask me why I don't struggle in life, or why life is not difficult for me, or something like that, something between those lines. And it has a rainbow, like two hands and a rainbow that says, because I know nothing, nothing is real, nothing is real. And I am just that meme. Like, I know that what I'm seeing with my physical eyes is just an illusion. Like, I can see the wrinkle that sometimes I see here, and I do not go to, oh my God, I need this procedure. I know this is a reflection of my energy. So I do believe that if I meditate, and not like, oh, I need to do this to create this other thing. I do believe everything is energy. So I see it, I don't take it personal. I don't make it bigger now, at least body wise, because I'm sharing with you that the other day I talked with my dad, like, oh my car, I see this physical, and that's why I share a lot, and I have a lot of content about how to create your body, because I do have that experience, and this is one of my superpowers. I see it, and I know not only that I can change it, but how to change it. And those are the tools that I share with you in my programs. Like, what tools to change whatever you want to change. And now I'm expanding it to physical things like my car, my blender, and I'm going to share more and more as we go, because I'm becoming the complete delusional that I am. And I feel that that was the one thing missing in my company, to embrace like all my wildness and to be able to share it with you. My ex-boyfriend shared, oh, Carolina makes her car infinite. And that sounds like super, like, oh my God, like we lost Carolina. But I do. And I just make my car infinite so it can be completely protected, like infinite. And I mean, yeah, that's one of the things that I do to be protected from any ticket, any other person. It's just like I make it one with the universe, so it's like completely a thing, frequency, that's it. I've never had a problem with my car while driving, like, or I mean, with the things that I fixed. My car was overheating at some point, didn't have any problem, and I drove it when it was overheating that I didn't know, and for a while till they received it at the mechanic. Being delusional is one of my superpowers, and this is an episode to empower you to go beyond logic, to go beyond what your physical eyes can see. I do have this power, and this is an invitation to come here. Let's say that I'm opening a portal for you right now, saying this is the world. Like everything comes from the energetics. I don't know what changed in the light. Everything comes from the energetic world first, and then is something physical. It's an invitation to what trust in what your physical eyes cannot see, but you know it is real because you feel it in your heart, you feel it in your core, you have a calling. And this invitation obviously starts with being an invitation for myself to embrace, and that's why I'm sharing it like publicly now. Sharing this is so natural for me. This is who I am. Like even though a few things in my life right now, talk about areas in my life, relationships, finances, and health, let's say. Even though logically what I know I desire doesn't make sense to another person, I'm gonna follow my gut. I'm gonna follow what is real for me, and I'm gonna hold it even though it doesn't exist outside yet. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna create it. I'm gonna design it, as Joe Dispenza's work has been sharing with us. It's been, yeah. Um, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold that vision, and then it will naturally happen because it is what I designed, and it's gonna find me. So I'm gonna keep walking, and I'm gonna keep rollerblading magnetic with an open heart, because only with an open heart I can magnetize open heart situations, open heart experiences, open heart divineness. I don't even know if that's a word, but yeah, we created it. Only with an open heart. I'm gonna rollerblade with my heart fully open. And then those experiences will find me, like Amazon. Like I do not need to chase anything. It will find me because I'm vibrating there. I'm already one with that. For you to be more delusional, for you to be who you truly are without these layers. And this is the last analogy that I will share with y'all before I go to my bar class. Let's say that life is like running a marathon. Whenever you're running with a lot of layers, a lot of clothes, it is heavy. And maybe your run has been very heavy because you do not know that you're carrying all this extra weight. The only thing we need to do, and I'm going to use this word, like I hesitate about the need, but the only thing required from us is to be aware of this is what's been weighting me down. The weight, not the run itself. It's not that life is hard. And I sound like my dad here. Amen for you, Dad. It's not that life is hard. It's that we've been carrying a lot that we do not need. We do not require. As long as we get rid of all the extra weight, we will see that life is actually amazing. And those are the tools, again, that I share with you through my membership. You have 11 days for free. Through my Pilates classes, through the podcast, through all the programs I share with you all, how to release, how to be aware, and what tools are going to help you to release those things that you do not need. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, for listening to me. Thank me. Thanks to me for being here. I love you, and I will catch you in the next episode. Mwah. Mwah.